Not one hair on his head will be touched. Not one hair on his head will be touched. A friend sent me the number 711, Page and Brown. And I have this Brown Bible here. And I opened up to page 711 to Samuel 14. And my eyes went down to verse 45. And it says, Jonathan, who saved Israel today, shall die. Far from it. We vow by the life of God that not one hair on his head will be touched, for he has been used of God to do a mighty miracle today. There are going to be so many trials in your life. There are going to be so many times where people are not going to want to show up authentically, where they are not going to want to face their fears or get vulnerable, where they're not going to want to do the hardest of the hardest work. And in those moments where they choose the door to not do that work, to not walk through that door, that is the moment that they can be used by the enemy against you. But not one hair on your head will be touched as long as you stay in love and you stay in surrender to the Most High. Yesterday, another friend had sent me something from Edgar Allan Poe's Mesmeric Revelation. And it says, all things are either good or bad by comparison. A sufficient analysis will show that pleasure in all cases is but the contrast of pain. Positive pleasure is a mere idea. To be happy at any one point, we must have suffered at the same. Never to suffer would have been never to have been blessed. But it has been shown that in the inorganic life, pain cannot be. Thus, the necessity for the organic. The pain of the primitive life of earth is the sole basis of the bliss of the ultimate life in heaven. If you don't have struggle, you can't have miracles. If you don't have pain, you'll never know what true pleasure feels like. And if you don't have loss, then you'll never truly appreciate the gain that you have in life. You see, Jonathan in 1 Samuel 14 disobeyed the earthly king unknowingly and didn't have the instruction that he needed. So he went to the Most High God and asked for very specific instruction and followed that. And because he had followed the word or the instruction of God, not one hair on his head was to be touched in punishment for disobeying the king. When you surrender to your divine path, you cannot be harmed by anyone or anything.